And how did her followers feel about this powerful post? Well, wherever the critics in her past disappeared to, it certainly wasn't the comment section of this post. The comment section oozed love, warmth, and support. Isabel Roloff clearly had a lot of people following her because they cared for her. Girl, just so proud of you and how you're using this space to spread love and educate others. You were, and will always be so incredibly beautiful, and not just because you have the best hair, most stunning eyes, and a banging body, but because you have a heart that shines so bright, everyone can see the light. If it helps, I struggle with ED, and I constantly look to you for confidence, / your ability to embrace you who are. Thank you for standing strong against unfair winds and voicing your difficulties. It makes me all more inclined to appreciate you and the words you share. You and Jacob's relationship is unparalleled, and shame on those who thought it was their place to share their unwarranted / cruel opinion on a day that marks the true beginning of your love of one another. Cheers to you, your relationship, his love for you, and your appreciation of / for yourself. You are beautiful. I remember looking at your wedding pics thinking, whoa, keep glowing. You are a gorgeous body and soul. Isabel Roloff thanked her followers for their support. Isabel took to her own comments shortly after publishing the post. She wanted to thank everyone who was telling her she was and is beautiful. Isabel Roloff reassured her followers she knows that she is a beautiful person inside and out now. But this is a feeling she had to work toward. Isabel Roloff has a lot of followers who are extremely grateful. She is so candid on her Instagram. Many thank her for encouraging them to make the right choices and not care so much about what other people think. Turns out, not only is she beautiful, she's a real inspiration to other men and women struggling with how other people think they look. Here's hoping Isabel Roloff is able to use her platform the way she desires, and that she changes the mind of a few trolls. Either way, she definitely looked fabulous in that wedding dress. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, Little People Big World Official, and stay with us. Isabel Roloff blasts trolls, gets candid about therapy and eating disorder. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Little People Big World Official. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. I am your friend. Let's start. Isabel Roloff came out swinging on Instagram a few hours ago, and she had her sights set on Instagram trolls. As most probably aren't too surprised to learn, marrying into a reality TV series, family isn't easy. Considering her husband Jacob Roloff walked away from the TLC series, LPBW follow him and his wife like a hawk on Instagram for updates. Unfortunately, with all those eagle-eyed followers comes a lot of trolls. And there was a time where Isabel Roloff had a hard time dealing with the trolls. But she's not the same girl she used to be now. Isabel Roloff admits that her wedding to Jacob was the happiest and best day of her life. But those following her and her husband on Instagram made it hard for her to remain happy. I have never felt more beautiful than that day. Isabel gushed, I had my ideal wedding day, as far as my personal preparation goes. But for a long time, Isabel questioned herself. She questioned if she was as beautiful as she felt. Why? Well, it was because pictures of her in her wedding dress started to pop up all over social media, and there were a lot of trolls that took to the comments. The comment section of Instagram quickly became a huge trigger for her, because people had a lot of nasty things to say about her and the dress she was wearing. She explained, as photos started popping up all over my family's social media accounts, I was elated, until I would read the comments. Comment sections became a huge trigger for me. I actually had to mute my family members because I didn't want to read another mean comment about how I looked on the happiest days of my life. I have anxiety now even thinking about it. These are actual comments I read only a few days following. It had a real negative effect on me, and that's why I wanted to address this. Turns out, she hesitated to make this candid post on Instagram. Now, this was a very powerful post by Isabel Roloff, but it is one she hesitated with posting. I debated posting this for a long time, but now, looking back on these photos, I am feeling real pain that I was ever led to believe I looked like anything other than a goddess on my wedding day, she explains. Ultimately, Isabel Roloff decided it was important for her to call attention to the way LPBW followers made her feel after her wedding. She wanted people to know that the way they spoke of her and her wedding dress was not all right. I want to bring attention to how IN8PPROPRAEDGS is,
How have we not learned by now? That leaving cruel comments about people and their bodies is not okay. That policing what a person wears is not okay. That thinking that one's opinion needs to always be given. That the unreasonable pressure for people to look better than they ever have for one day is not okay. Isabel Roloff continued to add that it really shouldn't matter how famous a person is, or how many followers they might have on Instagram. A person is still a person. Despite being connected to reality TV, she's still human, and she deserved to be treated as such. Isabel Roloff wanted to remind people that while it is hard to remember celebrities are just people too, it is important to remember they have feelings just the same as their fans. Isabel's post contained a second photo. If you slide over, you will see the same photo of her in her gorgeous wedding dress, but this photo contains text. Isabel decided to highlight some of the comments that she struggled with seeing on her picture. Some of these comments called attention to her belly, insisted she looked pregnant. A few called her frumpy. One individual praised Jacob for not caring about how unattractive his wife was. You'd think she'd have lost weight before the wedding. Another comment read, a few of the comments suggested the issue was her trying to squeeze her body into a dress that was too small. One even claimed she showed off too much of her bosom, and that her dress wasn't respectful of her husband.